Today we're gonna check the best teams for 2024 in Marvel Strike Force. At number 1 we have Secret Defenders. Doctor Strange's original you can ignore, he's not that great. He's nice in war offense with them. He gets some uses but he's not great. Even Photon could be argued that it's not extremely important in the game. But the other three people, Ghost Rider, Miss Marvel, and Black Cat, are the falling arena meta, let's say. So some of them may get some play in arena still, either on offense or on defense. Some people use all three. If you are in a very early arena, you might see all four or even five. But the next season they are here, not only because they are the premier arena team still, even if they are getting replaced. They are amazing Cosmic Crucible defense, probably the best defense in the game in this season. And they are one of the best war teams, maybe the best defense together with Super Scroll for war defense. So they're a great team. They're especially Ghost Rider, Robbie, and Black Cat are candidates for Dark Dimension 7. Maybe Miss Marvel Hardlight. We'll see how cheap or expensive they will be, of course. But I don't think they're going away anytime soon. Ghost Rider has some amazing things in his kit. Now people are getting more stars on them, so they're gonna stay a bit longer valuable. Yes, they're falling in arena, but they're great. In second place, we have Sinister Six or Superior Six. Mostly the Superior Six, because they are maybe the best Cosmic Crucible defense. They're the top line, except Vulture, you take Lizard. And you replace some people for creating one or two great war teams. So you may replace like the last two, Spider Slayer and Lizard, and take Vulture and Mysterio is a most common. Electro seems to be getting a lot of use. I'm excited to bring her to at least Gear 14 and test her out with the team. They could technically be used like as a cleanup team on incursion rates. They're good with Kang, the tech people. But the reason they're here is because they're probably the best Cosmic Crucible team, and if not the best, like in the 3-4 best war teams. Next we have Extreme X-Men. They're amazing in they're mandatory now in if you want to do the new Incursion 2 raids. They're amazing Cosmic Crucible defense. You can throw them with unlimited and they are very difficult to beat. I'm sure we're gonna find some good uses for them in war. Nightcrawler is still very small, so if you have a bigger Nightcrawler, I'm pretty sure this team can do a lot more stuff. And we'll wait to see for Forge and Sunspot what they will bring to the table, when they rework new X-Men team, maybe this whole trade is gonna be like an X-Men trade. Excited to see that. They're probably gonna do more in war, maybe something Cosmic Crucible. We'll wait and see. But now there are so much limiting factor and determinant of your position and how well you do in raids and they're an up and coming team, so they will have value long term. Nightcrawler and Gambit are great people and candidates for Dark Dimensions. They take the same uniques though, so it's a bit. And I think they will have some longevity in the game. I'm not sure about Cyclops, how much he will be when the full team is here, how impactful he will be in any game mode. But you have them in raids being the best team. You have them being like maybe the third best Cosmic Crucible defense or something like this. They're probably a top 10 war team, maybe. It's gonna be a lot clearer when we have the other two people in the game and Nightcrawler higher stars. Very excited to see their future in the game. Number 4 we have Pegasus. Kestrel is a great character everywhere. They're a very strong team both in Cosmic Crucible and in War. Maybe a top 10 team in both in War. Maybe not, but in War you use many teams, so they have a use. And the main reason that they are here though is because of their dominance in tech raids. They're great, they're a new team, so they're gonna be around at least for the Incursion 2 raids. Maybe they get replaced in Incursion 3, but this will happen in a year, so they will have some value. And considering that you invest in them now and they're not only used in raids, but they're also great in Cosmic Crucible and in War, or you may just use Kessel in Cosmic Crucible if this team is not huge. Kessel also has the Mythic tags, is great for Dark Dimension, so it's definitely a team that is very important. I don't know if they need to be higher than Gear 16, let's say, for any content that they use. Yes, there's some value, but they're a lower priority team because to have like your 10th best Cosmic Crucible team and your 15th best War team, I'm counting both offense and defense, and it's like a random number. I don't know exactly where they're placing them. I haven't thought it too much through. But if you care for going into raids, you need them to be a certain level. After they can do incursion raids too very reliably, you prioritize first other, let's say, Cosmic Crucible teams, and then you go into Pegasus to make them higher. So yes, they're important to build up to a certain degree, but after that, you get a lot less value from them being bigger. Number 5, we have Masters of Evil. They are one of the best three, for sure, Cosmic Crucible teams. They are very important in dealing with the most difficult defenses in Cosmic Crucible, especially in room 1 with Secret Defenders and maybe Super Scroll with them. With the Secret Defenders, I mean, in defense. And Kang is an amazing plug-and-play character. He's amazing in war offense. He has some small uses in arena. That's as a side note a reason that I also had the extreme XMen that high, because Nightcrawler seems to be the same. Like he has some uses in arena, and with Expose maybe he has some synergy with, let's say, a Vol and most importantly Super Scroll. And his turn 1 stun can be impactful. Kang is great because of his turn meter that he gives on spawn. This team isn't that amazing in war, but they're still decent, especially if you replace a couple of members with, let's say, if you replace Absorbing One and Ultron with the two main Tangle Web. They're a very strong war offense team. Absorbing Man can be placed in war defense with zeros or higher. He's good. We have Bifrost. Bifrost is the best Mystic Raid team. Vol has some uses in Cosmic Crucible, often sometimes. They are good if you use like a Vol and Beta Ray build with Hero as Guardians and, let's say, Dormammu They're a top five, maybe a war defense team. They're a very strong team. Vol is always a candidate for Dark Dimension because of the tags for Dark Dimension, her revives and everything. So she's like already mandatory for the Dark Dimension 7. She has some uses in Arena. She has some super skull with the exposure mechanic. We'll wait to see about that and if this will become more of a thing. Uh, if you use the full 5 people, they're not so great in Cosmic Crucible or in War. Cosmic Crucible, they can maybe suck a team, like pull some abilities. They spawn with death proofs and a lot of buffs. Maybe they can pull abilities from a Super Scroll or something like this. They're not terrible, but now there are like glory days in Cosmic Crucible are over, and once you have them at a certain level in raids and they do their job, they don't need to be huge to deal with incursion raids too, and they pretty much can sim. It's not that bad with them. So once you have them at a certain level, that's it. You don't get almost zero value having them bigger. Maybe more reliable sims, but that's it. Vol is of course a great person to bring up, but apart from that, this team is to be built for at a certain level and then ignored. Maybe add a little bit more when you have a next raid difficulty come and they're still the premier team, and then ignore them. Then you have Undying. They're an amazing team. They're very frequently used with Quicksilver, which is a great tool that doesn't have a team, otherwise he will be on the list. They are the best war offense team. They beat everything, and they're amazing in the Cosmic Crucible, a top 5 offense team, considering you put some strong teams on defense, of course. So it's definitely an amazing team to build, but it's also somewhat of a luxury team. It's not the first team you should build on the game. First, you need to have your red teams in order, and then you have a great war offense, very fun, and Cosmic Crucible offense team. Next, you have Tangle Web at position 8. They are great, especially the two bigger people, Spider Weaver and Spider-Man 2099. Although Spider-Man was created this season in Cosmic Crucible defense as used in a separate team with secret defenders in room 1. They are always a staple for Cosmic Crucible offense, one of the 5 teams that you use. And they are a top used usually in a combination of characters that are a top 10 war offense team. They are a small possible threat on war defense, although many people counter them now. Next at number 9 you have Gamma. They are used in Cosmic Crucible defense, rarely get a win, sometimes pull a second tier importance, or at least not the best team that attacks them. So there is a possible threat to pull like an important team, but they're not really strong in Cosmic Crucible, even if you have them built, and they rarely get wins. They're important in war and will probably be for a long time. They're not the best war team anymore though. They're not holding in defense. They're actually almost bad in defense right now, considering like how important they were in contrast with that. They're somewhat easy to beat, so people are using them on offense more, and if you put them, let's say with Apocalypse, you can take out secret defenders and super scroll teams very reliably. So they're great in war and that's why they take this place. Number 10 we have Darkhold. They are a kind of strong team in Cosmic Crucible, especially if you underestimate them. They're not too difficult to beat, but they are requiring a certain counter. So, like a small threat in Cosmic Crucible defense. The same in War. They have fallen a lot from their glory days as the best team in the game. It's not really recommended to build them a lot higher than what you need for unlocking Big Boy Apocalypse. Still, they have some value in Cosmic Crucible, they have some value in War, and they will probably be like a top, I don't know, 15 to 20 team. So they will have a big value in War for a long time. They will probably be used in some way in Cosmic Crucible for some time. Now to people that almost made the list, that are similar, like a past arena team that retain their value. It's Eternals. There's some War and Cosmic Crucible. Same as Infinity Watch, can be very impactful in Cosmic Crucible defense. And I'll also mention Black Order and Thanos, which got a small rework. They are used in Cosmic Crucible defense. They can be very strong in war.